Hi guys. So today's lab number 2 of OSPF foundations of OSPF. We're gonna see how the broadcast network works. This is the simple topology I created, and I think there is initial config already made for this one. I did it 2 weeks ago and didn't get time to record the video of it. So here we go. Let's see what we have in there, and we're gonna run OSPF on it, and we'll see how OSPF is going to react in a broadcast network. So because it's a multi-access environment link, multi-access link of Ethernet 0 or of the routers, so we OSPF think of it as a how you can say as a broadcast network. So let's see what configuration we have. So if I look at here, do we have any VLANs? If I've done anything, yes, there is VLAN 10. So all of these are part of VLAN 10, all these ports, so 01, 00, 02, and 03. And if I go to router 1, and if I look at the configuration of the ports, let me stretch it a bit. Okay, and okay, let's do that. So you can see that we have two ports, Ethernet 0x0 with the IP and the loopback. And if you look at, as you can see on the side, it should be /8, the loopback 0, and that is the case, right? So that should be true for all the routers, and that should be true for router 3 as well. And you can see show IP interface brief exclude assigned. So you can see that these are like very basic configuration. Show IP interface brief exclude assigned. So we just confirming that yes, they are like this. And if I ping 10.1.1.255 with the repeat count of 1, I should be receiving the okay, so I'm receiving the reply from router number 3, router number 1, and router number 2. So it means that the connectivity or the broadcast network is working as expected. So let's move on to the task of running OSPF on all of these routers. So if you go in and you just say router OSPF 1, router ID 0001, and we have two networks. And we are just doing it on area 0. So there you go. These two are done. Let's move on here. Let's go to OSPF 1. Router ID is going to be, and before I do that, let me make sure that I have my configuration set. I don't have, so let's create one, which is the final lab config. And because when I'm going to export on this one, just for that sake. There we go. So I saved it. So now let's continue our task, which is 10.1.1.2 area 0, right? And then network 222 area 0. So you can see that the neighbor relationship is coming up very quickly. We are almost looking. Oh, I have to do area 0. Sorry, router ID is 0003 and network 10.1.1.3.0.0.0 area 0, and then the network is 3.3.3.3.0.0.0 area 0. So you can see that now we have two neighbors on router 3. So router 4, let's see what we have here. So we have two here as well, and network. So now we have some neighbors, right? Now if I look at the neighbor statement, so I can see that router 2 is so router 1 has full relationship with everybody, and of that router 2 is the backup designated router, and 3 and 4 are DR others. It means that they are neither DR nor BDR, so they are DR others. in this list I do not see DR, so I'm assuming, and I can safely assume, that router 1 is the DR. If I go to router 2 and I look at the neighbor relationship, I can see that router 2 is pointing router 1 as a DR and 3 and 4 as a DR other. If I go to router 3, I can see that router 3 is saying router 1 is a DR, router 2 is a BDR, and router 4 is DR other, and it's in a two-way state. It means that I don't have full relationship with my neighbor of router 4. And that is good. So full and two-way is the only situation you can see. If you see anything else, then there is an issue. Now, if we look at the routes which we are receiving, you will see that we are receiving all the routes as /32. So it means that the loopback, because loopback is a looped network, and it was advertised as /32 by OSPF. If we need to have a proper number, we need to fix that. So if I can close switch 0, because I don't need that, right? And then I can actually put it here: interface loopback 0, IP OSPF network point to point. If I do that, and if I can write on all of them. Now if I look at the show IP route OSPF, now you can see that I am receiving a proper subnet mask of the loopback interface, right, which is /8. Now beside that, we saw that the database, right? So let's look at the database. So if I look at the database, OSPF database, all the devices, and let me do this way, you will see. Now if I go to 2, 3, 4, right, all of them has the same database entry. You can see that I'm shifting the tabs. So I'm on 1, I'm 2, I'm 3, and I'm 4. So you can see that all of them has the same information because they are in the same area. I'm seeing that all the routers are advertising 2 links, right? And I'm seeing that on this segment, so the link ID is 1011. So the segment of 1011, the advertising router is 001, which is the network link state, which is LSA type 2, and LSA type 2 was originated by a DR. So this is a DR. So if we look at the details of this show IP OSPF database network, you will see that even though the DR is router 1, the router 1 is saying that I am attached. So DR is saying that router 1 is attached to me. So on the perspective of OSPF, DR is assumed to be a pseudo router, which is not any router, but a ghost router, in which that router which is a DR is also attached to, right? So 001 is attached, 002 is attached, 003 is attached, and 004 is attached. So this is confirming that this router link state information is correct. This is just confirmation of that yeah, these routers are connected to me. Okay, so that is it for this one. Now we know that this is a broadcast network, so one thing we need to identify is that show IP OSPF interface and 0 by 0. We will know by looking at this. We will know that the hello and dead interval are 10 and 40. Wait time is 40, right? The things which we need to know that if we do show IP route OSPF, the next hop is not going to be changed, right? So I'm receiving it from the updates are going to router 1, right? So if I go to router 3, let's say, and if I do show IP route OSPF, you can see the router 1 is this update. This 2 and 4 update is coming from router 1 to router 3, but router 1 is not saying that come to me to go to 2. It's just not changing it, right? So it's just giving it the same next hop, so the correct next hop. So it's not changing it. And the other thing is that they are using 224005 for the routers and 224006 for all for the DR and BDR. Now we will see the same setup in the non-broadcast multi-access segment, and in our case non-broadcast multi-access segment will be a DMVPN setup, because of the new curriculum we are not doing frame relay. In the past I was doing frame relay a lot, but now we are gonna do the DMVPN. So I'm gonna catch you in the next steps. I'm very proud that I finished in 10 minutes. Have a good day guys. I hope you learned something from it. If you have any questions, you can type the comment and I'll be happy to answer. Have a good one. Bye.